I wanted to do that with Rich. But
Shot him
we're
in the
gonna
head with an LMG and he murdered me instantly.
we are going to go and watch Rich's stream from last night because he got super butthurt because people were criticizing him last night. Now, this is a long stream and we're not gonna watch all of it. I think it was more towards the end.
To it. Tilda Swinton winked at me at TIFF once. Tilda.
Oh, I can't even believe he
That's
did
where I'm going
this.
to be going after this stream, too. To bed.
And slow down a bit.
The whole approach you brought to this door isn't acceptable.
Hello, admin.
That kid.
I have a lovely lady standing in front of me who is
Yeah.
yelling at me at this moment in time.
Because she keeps banging.
And a backpack. I mean, she did this. I'm not content creator. I'm an influencer. If I wanted to, you'd be finished. Weird. If you raise your voice. No, what if I get more likes? I get more likes if a white woman walks up to me and asks me what I'm doing in my apartment. She's not white. All right.
Was it right here? Dude, I should have did some like I should have got ready for the stream, but I really don't give a fuck.
In regards to that. When you do this shit, you make mistakes publicly.
Oh, I found it!
You own up to them, but there's a lot of people who don't let things go.
Okay, we'll go back to here and then we'll watch it all the way through. Well, not till the end, just until he stops talking.
Okay.
About it.
My money. I want my money now.
This explosive.
But you can't take back stuff like earphones. It is a health risk.
Argument begun inside of this Donut King when this Karen didn't get her way and the service wasn't adequate. This Karen then started leaning over the counter, making all sorts of accusations and threats towards the employee before screaming in her face. Let's take a look.
I need to do anything. I was just asking. I don't need to
And this Karen's ass looks like a gyrating candy cane.
do anything. What do I need to do? I don't need to do anything. What are you gonna do?
Gyrating candy cane.
Do anything. What do I
I'm genuinely. Where is it, bro?
So you started three hours earlier. You're a tired man who's got to get to work. Switch the fucking.
That guy's voice.
You are a Luciferian worshiper.
Well, that's good. I'm glad for you.
You're not the only one that can.
Oh no, anybody can be racist. I know that that's for damn sure. But it's like Quantum TV, a black man is racist against other black people. There's a prime example.
You are entitled. Entitled and spoiled. You're entitled.
Who said it was for white people, Dan?
Because you're acting like you're gay.
This woman had bought a pair of earphones and didn't like them after using them and
What is that mask? That is the
No, Jay wasn't there. Okay. This was Rich by himself. Hopefully it's somewhere fucking around here, man.
Where is my make sure my screen is right? OBS is over here. Behind this white bar that will not fucking go away. No, we are
Karens don't always get their way, and luckily when they don't, it's caught on camera. These are the best Karen moments of all time. This neighborhood Karen had a problem with this family's kids playing around the streets. She decided to confront the gentleman in his own garage before banging on his car and refusing to leave his premises. Let's have a look.
Her breasts are sagging to the floor.
Oh, come on, where is it?
You son of a... come on. You won't even tell your kids to stop it. Where's your wife? She's a nice person. She talks nice. Where is Janine? Can you get her out here?
No, I cannot. Get out of my house, please.
This your house? Oh, well,
That's good to know.
Get out of my house.
That old man was really nice.
You're gonna do what? You're gonna do what? You're gonna do what? Sir, take your wife home, man. I'm serious.
What a pleasant woman. Nothing like threatening kids.
Take your wife home.
You're such an unfriendly person that I knew I couldn't talk to you.
Get your hand off my car, please. Get your hand off my car. Get your hand off my car.
Okay.
Okay, your video is going online.
This neighborhood Karen.
Wow, okay.
And that dude was like, yo, could you stop? I want nothing to do with this. And I'm like, lady, you can't even walk. Like, you're really acting
Okay,
tough?
so it has to be from...
Not that the
from
guy should do anything.
5
don't get me
hours to
wrong,
7
but
hours.
what are you going to
It's
do?
somewhere in this 2-hour block.
Karen claimed that this family's dog came outside and attacked hers when their dog clearly didn't. This Karen...
Well, it was during this, I think.
Juice.
I want another juice.
It was
You
during
drink
this
it.
one.
You can't return food that was used.
Echo.
Unless it, like, they
30
make
seconds.
exceptions, but they'll just
Ooh, a
tell you to
pink
throw it out,
cooler.
but they'll give you a refund. Is
Damn
if
it.
you buy like deli meat and it's you think it's off. You know what I mean? But even then, they're like, "We'll just no, we'll throwing this out and giving you fresh meat." Wait, no, you're lying, Lyoko. I never heard that before.
Yes, you did. You talked about it.
Really?
Yes, you knew this. Echo.
Oh my
Stop.
God. Clean off my glasses. Oh yeah, dude. We used to see that at restaurants all the fucking time. People would have like 70% of the food. I thought the meal was unsatisfactory. Oh, really? Fucking really? You ate almost all of it.
It's not sweet. Give me fresh, sweet. Do I put expired juice on it? What do you get rid of it?
It's not
It is
expired.
expired. I don't believe these numbers. I don't believe these numbers.
I
Who?
don't believe these numbers. Take it to court, then.
I'm
lady.
who?
Take it to court for the.
You can call the company and
Who's
complain
that?
to them, but we're not replacing it.
What company? Go to hell. What company? You Fetso company.
Okay, you can leave.
God, she sounds like a mixture of Mrs. Doubtfire and Julia Child.
It has to be somewhere around here, man.
You're looking into my private life. You're listening to my...
Okay.
You're looking into my private life.
Okay, it's here. The chat.
Big dog. Your own people are gonna you. That's how much of a dog you are. You know what you're doing right now, though?
Okay, so
You know what you're doing right now? You're looking into my private life.
So this is like the midway point of it, right? His chat by this point was really pissed at me. Okay, yeah, here we go, here we go. So by this point, I had asked Rich if he was replacing Gerard with, or replacing Phil with Gerard.
Grievances. Fucking Christ. And I ignore, and I ignore, and I ignore. Gee, it's like, I'm always hiding my love for Coco Cock.
We're gonna go back like 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure this is the middle part of it.
But you could still have issues like this. I don't know what their setup is. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like a townhouse or condo setup. It could be.
I think it's here.
But you deal with this bullshit.
And your tenants are disturbing our peace. So you need to do something. You're liable for that.
She's not liable.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so
Here we
what
go.
would
I
you
told
like
him,
to do?
Rich, stop ducking it. Stop ducking it, Rich.
Have a civil
You will
conversation
speak to them?
about it.
Okay.
And it was like a
So
moth
when will
to
you
a
speak to
flame,
them?
bro.
Do we have to go on again for another day like this? Because they seem to have no regard.
He's reading it.
This crazy Karen
It's
was at this
circulating in
convenience
his
store late at
brains.
night when she started abusing.
Now, as a person who knows what it's like to play music,
Oh, his chat saw it. They responded.
Ames, what are you talking about?
Here we
too? What
go.
else is being ducked? What is going on? You've been around for a while, dude. What
I
are you
have.
talking about?
And I don't like the smugness that you've been displaying recently. Honestly, I don't think you're anything like
Did you hear
Gerard.
about SAG after the union that led the strike in Hollywood last year against AI just signed a deal to use AI in video games? It really shows how spineless and hypocritical anti-AI people are. Oh, isn't that wonderful?
They were calling for my ban, and all I did was one troll. One
Yeah,
troll.
so, Ames, what is your... I've ignored you for a while.
I know you've ignored me for a while. Jay wouldn't even mention my name on your stream, homeboy.
Personal?
Yeah, you did. You made
What do you mean?
countless videos on it.
Personal.
You're so angry with
Man,
him.
You're just looking to try to stir up shit. So
I'm not. Well, I am.
I'm not even
but,
really
I
sure
mean,
what you mean with that.
I told you, man.
I mean,
it feels
you've been
as
around for a
if
bit. Yeah.
I was curious.
So I'm
Why
not
does
really
he?
sure what you mean.
I don't really care.
Yeah, dude. I have like $600,000 in the Cayman Islands somewhere. So I have something to hide. Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
I don't even know what you're trying to get at.
I never said you had anything to hide, Rich.
So
Never.
what is your point? Finish the fucking statement and stop being opaque.
I did finish my point.
You started. Let's keep going. Don't be an opaque pussy. What do
wasn't.
you mean? Tell me. I'm here. You keep adding me on Twitter and I ignore you. So
I know.
Here you go. Here is the limelight for you. No, I'm not even wasting the Zoom call shit. They never do it.
He didn't even give me a
I've ignored
chance.
you.
He didn't even give me a chance. I would have
So
talked to
what
you,
is the
Rich.
issue?
I've aired my grievances with you on
You've been
fucking
on my
Twitter,
ass
bro.
for like the past 2 weeks. You
Yes,
have me here now. Please,
I
by
know
all
I have, bro. I know I've been on your ass for the last 2 weeks because you said some of the dumbest fucking shit on Twitter, bro. You said some of the dumbest shit on Twitter, and then you try and put yourself in the mix. I asked you, Rich, why are you putting yourself in the middle of all this detractor stuff? What do you stand to gain? And you ignore it. You ignore it. The only thing you respond to is insistent trolling. And I asked you the question in the chat. Why is it that you seem to be so obsessed with Gerard? You literally go out almost every day and talk about him. Are you replacing him with Phil? Are you replacing Phil with him? I mean, because it seems like you're very invested. It seems like you took what Gerard did personally because you're still attacking him. When the what was it? The phone call dropped, you try to imply that he took fucking money, that he embezzled money that you have no proof he took. You just can't place it. You personally can't place the money, so you're just assuming that he took it. It genuinely feels and it genuinely seems after watching your content that you go on these cycles where you're but you know, I lost my train of thought there. I do that quite often. I need to stop smoking so much. But you know, Rich, you're after watching your content for so long, you can see the cycles of when you start to get obsessed with people. And you're starting to become pretty obsessed with Gerard. I'm just asking you a question and you're getting mad about it. So, I mean, it kind of answered my question.
all means, air out your grievances. Fucking Christ.
I would never say anything like that.
And I ignore, and I ignore, and I ignore. Gee, it's like, I'm always hiding my love for Coco Cock. Yeah. It's just like, yeah, because I'm not going to fall for the bait usually, dude, but you are fucking relentless. You're relentless. Not sure why, but you are. So congratulations.
I've been wanting to ask you legitimate questions based on the actions that you've been taking. I've asked you legitimate, proper questions. Why is it okay to attack Cyrax and fucking Daniel Larson on your stream, but Phil is magically now off fucking limits? Why is it okay to literally go after Quantum TV, a man who's having mental issues right now, is literally going through a divorce, but you make video after video after video on this man's life falling apart? You make video after video on Gerard's life falling apart. Why is all that okay? But when it comes to Phil, now all of a sudden it's off limits. Why is it okay for all of them? And it was okay for Phil for a while, right? Now it's not okay for Phil at all. We need to leave Phil alone. And everybody who's making money off of him is just a weirdo. I'm trying to ask you legitimate questions, and all you're doing is ducking me. I've tried to ask you. You won't even send me a Zoom link. You said you did somewhere in here, but dude, I don't even use Zoom. So how would you send me a link? I don't use it.
You got me to trip up and you got my attention.
The employee, she actually threw out
And the
all
thing of
sorts of
it is,
abuse and
dude,
also
I
threats
actually contribute to your streams. Until recently, I had been a member for almost a year, bro. And you won't even mention my name on stream, bro. I give you fucking money. So then that just confirms to me when you miss my super chats, you're just purposefully missing them. You're purposefully not reading them. When I ask you, hey, can you give us help and just put out specs for a PC, you ignore it. You ignore when I ask you questions. And you fucking straight up blamed me for people getting banned in your fucking chat, man. I asked you to remod me after you did your first initial mod purge, and you never ever mentioned it again. You said, "Yeah, we'll get everybody back up, and if you didn't do anything weird, or if you haven't been just banning people left and right, you should be back." I only banned one person, and it was on the grounds to which you said people should be banned, talking directly about your daughter. But you just insist that I ban everybody all the time, bro. And then you self insert yourself into something that's not even happening. Oh, the detractor civil war's going on right now. No, it isn't. Do you see any other detractors fighting other than you and me? But you're not really a detractor, are you, Rich? You're a lol cow turned dent. You're a dent tractor, as Chill Murray would say. A dent tractor. You no, Rich. I haven't been doing anything nefarious. I haven't been rude to you. I haven't said anything out of your name. Yes, I trolled you. Yes, I slid an op on your ass for 2 weeks because I've been trying to get you to answer questions and you refused. And the only fucking way to get you to actually answer any goddamn questions, which you still didn't fucking answer, was to go on your stream and start trolling the fuck out of you. And I did. And now I don't want to troll you, Rich. I really don't. Because like everyone else, we we see you trying to change, but recently you slid back like fucking 20 feet. When you're on Twitter saying I'm the number two detractor right behind Tevin. And I'm the number five detractor. There's gonna be a detractor civil war and everybody's gonna fight each other and they're all blaming me. When one, no, two, no, three, no, and four, no. Where's the Civil War? Nobody acknowledges you, and you're only acknowledged in your own head for being a top detractor because nobody cares. If anybody's the top detractor, it's like Kevin and Duty streams. That's it. And then everybody else is just trickle down from them. You can maybe even count Snort Hogan there, you know? Or Meerkat. There are big people who do it, but there are two pillars in the community, Kevin and Duty streams from my perspective. It could be different for other people, but none of them are going to say you. It's an air of smugness to place yourself somewhere where you shouldn't be based on qualifications that you gave yourself, Rich. I mean, I don't get it, bro. I honestly don't understand. How are you going to sit there and say, I gave him a Zoom link? I'm not even going to give him a Zoom link. First off, I don't use Zoom. Secondly, no, you didn't. And third, if you allowed me on your show, I would be nothing but cordial. You think me some debased moron to where I have no scruples in my fucking brain to understand, hey, now is not the time to say nefarious things. Now is not the time to say, heinous things. Now is the time to do brass tacks. And brass tacks is, Rich, you're looking for a scapegoat because you're trying to get away from Phil and you're latching onto somebody else, Gerard, to fill that gap. And you could say, well, no, I'm not. Okay. But from my perspective, the outside looking in, that's exactly what is happening. You know, I have no problem with you, Rich. And if it takes sliding an op on you from every now and then to get you to answer questions, that's just what it's gonna have to be. I shouldn't have to give you $5 to ask you a fucking question, bro. You're turning more and more into DSP. What next? Are you gonna have a Q&A segment? Are you gonna tell us what your schedule is for the week? Are you gonna tell us what videos you're gonna watch? Or the games you're gonna play? Come on, dude. You're turning slowly and slowly and slowly more into DSP.
For flipping him off and creating hell in the store, the employee was very confused as he didn't know.
Listen, duck under my cheeks and stand up with gusto. So you want my head up your ass then? Okay. That would hurt, but let's go.
And see, this is part of my criticism of you, Rich. How are you gonna sit there, right? Foster this type of community, right? Foster this type of community where these people are just saying the most homoerotic things. They're talking about having sex with chickens and going up each other's butts and all this stuff, right? You can do all this stuff, but you're gonna sit there and criticize Phil? Why? So we can't criticize Phil, right? But you can criticize everybody else. What makes Phil so special? Is it because you had Mike Klum on your stream and everybody started saying, "Hey, don't touch the poo until it's over with"? And now all of a sudden you're trying to spin it to, "Oh, everybody's blaming me." First off, nobody's blaming you. And then you'll be like, "Well, it's going to be a civil war based on this documentary." No, it isn't. What fucking civil war, dude? Everybody wants this to happen. And people are hounding you because you got too close to the fucking poo and tried to touch the shit, bro. That's it. That's all. You know? And I try to ask you questions, you ignore them. I offer actual answers to the questions you're asking me in your chat and you ignore it. I don't understand. I tweeted at you multiple times over the last 2 weeks, bro, asking you these proper questions. And you just don't answer. You won't eat. You even admitted to not even mentioning my name on stream, bro. And it wasn't even you. So not only did I slide an op on your ass, but before your stream, you had a meeting with Jay to not say my name on stream. I'm about to become the Kevin of RTU streams. I'm gonna get you, Phil. No. And see, that's the difference between a joke and a statement of your own belief. You believe yourself to be a top detractor. I'm literally a dude that has no viewers, shitty audio, and sometimes my video is even fucked up somehow. I don't know. This is for fun for me. This is your life, your livelihood. The way you put food on the table and clothes on your back and a roof over your head, man. This is literally your life. You made your life this. If Phil was to go away, you would struggle. I would continue on as if nothing happened because Phil is literally insignificant to my life. But you noticed, right, that you made your entire brand Philip Burnell. Your entire brand. You had a May 1st burst stream. You made merch for him. You or of him. You made coffee mugs. You made sweatshirts and I think posters and shit. But everybody else making money off of Phil is wrong, right? But you're perfectly okay doing that exact same fucking thing. Why? Why? Why is it okay for you to do this stuff, but you lambast and label everybody else who does it behind you? You're the person who pulls the ladder up behind them because they don't want other people doing what they did or are going to do. Hypocrite. What you want to do is create a drought of content so that after the documentary comes out, right, you can rush to put out 1,000 fucking videos like you did for Gerard. So you can get the tidal wave of views. So you can be the initial person, aside from Mike Plum himself and the interview itself. I mean, come on, Rich. It's black and white. It's easy to see. This is going to create a detractor civil war. Everybody's going to start fighting with each other. I can't, bro.
Oh, I would definitely say like 50% of the Karens are hot, but remember how they are in these videos. So that means that when they snap, they're like this. So if you hook up with them,
Come on, Rich. What's going on here, man? Yeah. What the actual fuck is going on right now, bro?
I'm gonna come.
What?
Oh God. Skipperson is here. Why'd you do that? How the fuck did you do that? How many people showed up? Yeah, well, they say that every...
Okay, here we go. I don't know what the fuck that was about, dude.
But there's plenty of other things you could be wasting your time with, oh noble warrior. I don't understand why people can't just enjoy your stream without being, because it's part of doing this public shit.
No.
Affiliate.
No.
Do you understand that?
I was not, or I started out trolling Rich, right? And then after a while, I started liking his tech videos and all that stuff, right? I've been a follower or a subscriber of Rich since like 2013. I've literally been here for about 11 years, Rich. I saw you go through just about, oh God, just about every trial and tribulation that you went through online. From the Tommy Tellerico shit to the stuff with your daughter. I've been there for years, my dude. And I'm sorry, you have this cycle where you're obsessed with people and then you pull back from people. And then you get obsessed with those people again and then you pull back from those people again. It's like it's a cycle with you. You know, be it Pat the NES Punk or Dark Side Phil. You do this all the time.
And now you're filming me. Why are you filming me? Because you won't serve me, but you want to give me fake money. You want to give me fake money? Oh, let's go. Come on, let's go outside. You want to give me fake money? Here, is this?
Oh yeah, I'm the clown.
Is this a
I'm the
Chinese
clown.
Yeah, take my
Nova
rubbish.
blowing,
Take my rubbish.
bubble
Keep
gum,
going.
Natsu,
Keep going. Look.
fuck.
You want to ring my bells? Excuse me.
What the fuck is wrong with her?
You want to ring my bells? Ring my bell. You're a dog. You're a dog.
He did put me in timeout. I know he did. Because I made comments around here and they're not there.
I like, what do you do? What a fucking antagonizing bitch.
Doggy dog dog. Doggy dog dog. Dog dog dog. You wanna eat some dog? Dog.
I'll end things with this.
Here we go, boys.
With
His
to
new
that.
statement about
When you do
his
this shit, you make mistakes publicly.
Yep.
You own up to them, but there's a lot of people who don't let things go.
I just jumped on a bandwagon that seemed to get your attention.
I am sure that none of you who are out on these moral crusades, I am sure that your track records are squeaky clean, right?
No, I've stolen a few things as a kid.
Yeah, dude,
That I
you
haven't done
gladly ring
anything
her
as an
bells, and
adult,
then she
no.
would chop off your dick. So, how about no? Yeah, no, not worth it. She's not fixable. She's not anything. No.
I think he went back and deleted my comments.
Doggy. Doggy, you're a tried doggy. You f your own kind. You f your own kind. Done.
This father was demanding that his daughter.
So, yes.
What? No way.
Where is Hairy Ass? Ames, if you're still here, where is Hairy Ass? Hairy Ass, where are you?
And my hairy ass, and my hairy ass, and my hairy ass, and my hairy, and my hairy, and my hairy ass, and my hairy ass, and my hairy ass.
Try to relax your anus.
Why would I ban you? What did you do?
Yeah, he deleted
It's
my
like Quantum
comments.
TV's
See?
new fiance. Oh, wait. They're already he's already fiance status. Oh no! Of course he is. Of course he is. He's already fiance status, for Christ's sake.
Be put on this ride immediately, which they couldn't do as she wasn't tall enough for it. That wasn't good enough for him when
What did DL5 say? I'm looking to see what he said. I don't see it.
This was fucking great.
he decided he would try to
I can't see what he said.
fight his way into having his daughter go on the ride, making all sorts of threats and accusations towards them, and given the ultimatum that unless his daughter got to go on the ride, he would end up taking them to the parking lot and fighting them. Let's have a look.
Down below, the girl with the mole on her face. Believe me, this kid is going on this ride, or me and you are going out in the parking lot. Telling you right now, 3 rides this kid has been denied. 3 rides this kid has been denied.
All right, Rocket Booty, yeah. Oh look, I'm gonna have to ban someone else too. That's the last time I'll even mention that a public ban with that.
This kid is going on this ride, bro. This kid is going on this ride. Listen, you can do it your way or you can...
Yeah, dude, she... I don't know how anyone can defend her. I've exposed her. People still don't want to see her for who she is. I actually think part of it is that Travis saw the light with that. I don't know what happened with that. I'm just saying. Yeah, she's a piece of shit. Period. End of discussion. But the grift is there, and that's what Craig cares about most. So.
Do it my way, bro.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of doing the banning shit, but what am I going to do? Oh, like, I'm going to sit there and have a back and forth with fucking, you know what I mean? And then you hand them a link, and then what happens? They never show up, or they say something stupid to try to get your stream taken down. So it's a waste of fucking time.
He didn't give me anything. He
This
didn't
kid
even give me
is
a chance.
denied. The girl with the mole on her face. You'll see.
She is not ready. She's not tall enough.
Yeah, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? I'm gonna make your life miserable right now, bro. Listen, you're messing with the wrong guy, bro. I'm telling you right now. See this
Oh,
kid?
damn.
8-year-old
Yeah.
daughter
Yeah.
crying?
He's a lot
You'll
like
see.
him.
You fuck
Arthur
somebody
Everest.
up here, I will shut this down, bro. I'm shutting it down. This kid, I am not going to listen to my 8-year-old cry again. We went to the ride at the bottom, and she passed the thing. Otherwise,
This dude's more doing.
I'm gonna put it in the chat of this video. Some bullshit. You know, I just want that one chance, just that one chance to ask him, why is it okay to go after Daniel Larson and Cyrax and all these other mentally ill people, but a completely sound, mentally healthy, fully grown man is off limits? Why? Why is it okay to attack the mentally disabled, but it's not okay to attack Phil? And you say that you're not standing there going on the moral high ground, yet you are. And it's not just me saying that. It is a bunch of other people. You know? And I don't care if you don't want me to come on your show. I don't care if you don't want to mention my name, but be upfront. Answer the question. Just answer the simple question, right? Why is it okay to attack Cyrax and Daniel Larson, right, and laugh at their misfortune, right? But it's not okay to do the same to Phil. What makes Phil different from Daniel Larson and Cyrax? You know, BSP harbors a toxic community full of PDF files. Daniel Larson does that, or is that, I should say. And Cyrax is that. So why is it okay, right, to not go after Phil, but it's okay to go after Cyrax, Daniel Larson, White Bowser, and all these other people, right? Because you don't like them, or because you think it's okay, or why? Why? Why is it okay to go after them but not Phil? That's okay, so let's read this comment right here. All right. Rich, you gotta stop getting high and trying to defend yourself and criticize things involving Phil, my dude. I like some of your streams, man. Just listen. Some people are obsessed with Phil. You've said many times you are as well. But no one is thinking about this man 24/7, even you. I'm fine with you being part of the detractor community because it's for everyone or anyone who Phil has pissed off. But you can't say shit like we don't care about Phil scamming people. You can't say we don't have the right to dictate how he gets money when his method is to lie and beg. My grandfather almost got scammed and gave remote access to some asshole in India several years ago. This is direct quote, not me saying this. Do we not have the right to call people like that out and criticize them? Of course we do. You got to stop talking all these or taking all these L's, man. I like laughing at Phil with you. Just this whole thing you're doing right now is really stupid. Exactly. Exactly. Why are you wedging yourself so far deep into it and then saying, "But I'm not in it," while you're doing the backstroke deep into it? Why? But yeah, that's what happened with Rich yesterday. He got super mad. I don't give a fuck, dude. And I just want him to answer that one question. You don't gotta mention me. You don't gotta mention my name. You don't gotta have me on your stream. Just answer that one question. Why is it okay to attack the mentally ill, but it's not okay to go after Phil? Why is it okay to attack somebody like Only Use Me Blade, who has a severe alcohol dependency, who is severely mentally dependent upon his alcohol to get through his day, who is heavily addicted to substances? It's okay to laugh at him, make fun of his misfortune, right? But we can't laugh and make fun of Phil and his misfortune. Why? Why is it okay for other people but not Phil all of the sudden? You can't carve out a niche for him. Why are you running defense for him? Because you got caught touching the poo. That's it. You're overcorrecting because you had an interview with Mike Plum, and it's widely acknowledged that you are the Joker to DSP's Batman. You are the fucking Sabretooth to his Wolverine, right? The Lex Luthor to his Superman. You're his nemesis. And you had the person he's working directly with on your show spill the beans everywhere. So now you're overcorrecting, right? You're taking everybody else's situation and likening it to your situation because you don't want to be the odd man out. You got caught touching the poo. You shouldn't have done it. And now you're just going over everybody else and acting like it was them first. It was you. Show me one other detractor before you that had Mike Plum on their stream about Dark Side Phil. You can't do it because you're the only one. Jill Murray didn't do it. I didn't do it. Atlas the Bookkeeper didn't do it. Duty Streams didn't do it. Snort Hogan didn't do it. You did. You had the interview. It was you. You got caught touching the poo, and now you're overcorrecting, attacking everybody else in the vortex, bro. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that anymore. Ugh. Can't go one fucking stream without difficulties, dude.
Actor, I was feeling like I was gonna die. I think I got that all resolved. So, uh, a lot of the Wings community doesn't like you. You know what?
The fuck, dude.
I mean, again, not everyone's gonna like you, and it is.
Maybe it's because that's open still. Yes, I was watching Jujutsu Kaisen. Leave my ass alone.
It is what it is. It is what it is. A lot of people don't like me because I am kind of friends with Rich and a few other people. But what are you gonna do? Not everyone's going to like you, and that's perfectly fine. It's all good. It's okay. But this Civil War it's just fucking nonsense. It's stupid of him to say. There is no fucking Civil War. And again, the vast majority of us, if Phil went the fuck away, we'd move the fuck on. We'd do something else. We'd probably milk that content for a couple months about him leaving, and then we just move the fuck on with our lives. We'll find other things to do. We'll keep streaming, or we'll just stop fucking detracting and move on to something else. It's not that fucking deep. It isn't that deep. So I didn't agree with him with there, and I think by that point he realized, okay, he's far. Once you start arguing a point and you get too far in and you're too far gone, and it's like, all right, well, I might as well just keep fucking going. I might as well just own it and keep going. I think that's what happened with Rich, where he realized he went too far, And instead of scaling back and saying, you know what, I went too far, let me pump my brakes, he just went full fucking fledged ahead. He just went right the fuck in with it and just ran with it. So they don't think Duty's their cup of tea because Duty jumps on a grain of salt of information and makes a breaking news video. That's right, that's a fact. That's a fact, baby man. I do that. Yes, I do that. Yes, I make videos. I make a lot of fucking content. Half of the time it's just to annoy fucking Phil. Because I know Phil watches all of my fucking content. I've actually had some of his fucking dents come to my stream. I'm not going to say who because I don't want Phil banning them. But essentially tell me that fucking Phil talks about specific content creators all the fucking time, the detractors. So that's a big reason why I do it. But whatever. Okay, then block me. Don't watch my content. It's all good. I don't mind. Yeah, I do breaking. I don't do breaking news. I do breaking. I do breaking with the exclamation point, and usually I have White Rum playing in the background. That's right. Let's see here. What happened there with Twitter addiction? Yeah, I think that's another thing too. Rich uses Twitter like a Call of Duty fucking forum. You can't just shit post all the time and just shit on people. I don't do that. I mean, I crack on Phil and stuff like that, but I use it kind of as a tool to talk with other people, other detractors, and just kind of get information. That's it. But yeah, some people treat that shit like fucking the Call of Duty forums, where you can just say whatever the fuck you want. And what happens is, again, most people, if you're in the detractorverse, in the vortex, everyone's going to follow you. So everyone's going to see what you're saying. And even if I don't follow a particular person, I'm going to get CC'd on it and see it and be like, oh, what the fuck is this? Matter of fact, let me talk about Retro Gamer. That's a good segue here. So Retro Gamer is apparently and you guys know a little bit more about him than I do. Hold on. Okay, here it is, folks. Big ups to I forgot the person who sent me out. Let me know what was going on. But he actually sent me screenshots of Redemption Games. Apparently, this is somebody that's on Phil streams. He is a supporter.
This
of
is
Phil.
what I'm talking about.
Duty asked Rich, why is it okay to go after Daniel Larson but not Dave? I'll ask him. I mean, I'm not sure why. I mean, it's all fair game. I mean, as long as you're not breaking the law, just do whatever the fuck you want to do. That's my opinion on it. So can you guys see my screen here? Yeah, it's not gonna bother. That's as big as I can make it. So apparently, Redemption Games was on a Reddit. I think this is Reddit. No, I'm sorry. This is Discord. Oh, thank you, Mr. Roxas. I appreciate that. You're my favorite poster. I appreciate it. Or viewer. Alright, so right here, apparently he had a conversation with a Sarah. Now, this Sarah person, if someone knows, is this Sarah person also a DSP dent? I think I remember seeing a Sarah on Phil's stream. Someone could correct me or not. I'm not sure, so I don't want to say, but apparently this person was having a conversation with her. And apparently Sarah said, have you ever bleeped a kid? And they said, I have this hot young boy next door. And then Redemption Games said, yes, sometimes. And then Sarah said, what kid did you want to bleep? And then this fucking degenerate said, 2 years younger. And then Sarah says, you mean like a child? Oh, God, just...
Sherlock is just destroying my cartridge, bro.
Duty is a proponent of the death penalty. Now, many people might say, well, wait a minute, Duty, aren't you a Christian? And don't Christians believe that you shouldn't kill? Well, here's a nice little whatchamacallit. If you go by the Ten Commandments, the Ten Commandments actually doesn't say thou shalt not kill. That's an English translation. Kill is an English translation of the Hebrew word. The actual Hebrew word for that commandment is thou shalt not murder, not kill. Because if you're a Bible person, you know that there's been wars and all that stuff, and you know. So there's a difference between murder and killing someone, corporal punishment and stuff like that. Okay, there you go. Thou shalt not do murder. That's the proper translation. And if you're not sure, go find yourself a Jewish guy. Maybe them Jewish people that were in the Brooklyn sewers. Ask them. Say, can you confirm that the commandment says thou shalt not murder? And they will tell you, yes, that is correct. So, okay. So, preface that. So, I'm a big proponent of capital punishment. Oh yeah, I know, Bowler. There is more. Yes, I am aware of I'm aware of the moreness of this. But I think this is what I can show without it being too fucking crazy. But I just wanted to show people that, you know, this was out there. If you kill someone with malice on purpose, death penalty. If you rape someone, death penalty, automatically death penalty. If you abuse, molest a child, death penalty, or 1 hour with the next of kin in a locked room. One or the other. One or the other. But I prefer death penalty. I do. I believe the death penalty for child abusers should be in full effect. You have two people that especially children. I'm sorry. Your boy Duty has kids. I would cut someone's arm off if they even raised their hand up at my daughter's. I just would. And that's just me. Not a political argument here or whatever. It's just, yeah, they get the ropes. That's right. PDF files get the rope. No fucking toleration. That's why I think there was a big issue a couple weeks back, month ago, with the whole lolly stuff. And, you know, I'm not getting into the whole Raven shit, but that was kind of why people were having problems with the whole thing. I'm doing good, Vancor. How you doing, Pip? I'm doing good. Thanks for stopping by. So, yeah, but I'm not going to get into that right now. So, yes, this is just a little bit of the shit that Redemption Game was saying. And apparently, it's just foul. It's just foul. And my understanding is that this actually got reported out. So, if you're curious, I actually got the link. I don't know if it's available anymore. I don't know if Discord took it down or if they took it down. But that shit got reported. So, yes, it got reported. It's out there. But, of course, the screen grabs were taken. It's out there. And this motherfucker is just a disgusting ass fucking person. And that's right. PDFs get the rope.
Oh, shit. My mic was off.
The rope, or at least an hour with the next of kin. I'd be okay with the hour with the next of kin. So if God forbid somebody did something to my kid, give me an hour. Give me an hour in a room, no cameras, tinted windows, and I'd be okay with that. Yeah, I'd be okay with that. I think that would be justice served. Oh God, Wings. That's right. There's Wings Redemption. I knew 12, 13, 14-year-olds. No castration. No. Because they can still harm. You can still harm kids. It doesn't have to be with their anus or whatever. They can harm kids another way. I'm sorry. No. You get the rope or an hour with the next of kin. That's how. That's Duty's rule. So if Duty was king, that would be the rule, folks. You need a room. What's up, pimp? That's right. I need a room. Yep. I will go to Agent Proper's basement and beat this motherfucker up. So I don't know if you saw this, Agent. I forgot to actually share with you on this, but apparently Redemption Games, one of DSP's little piggies over here, apparently got into a conversation with another DSP degenerate, and they were talking about children's. Yep. Yeah, it's a pretty foul shit. There are a bunch of screenshots. This was the most appropriate one that I can put up without worrying about getting banned. So I just wanted to show, here are the screenshots. It's out there on Discord. Yes, it's been reported. And this motherfucker makes Derek seem normal. And that's pretty hard. Especially if you ever watch Agent Proper's video on Derek, his 2-part series, or 3 parts, I'm not sure. Yeah, it makes him look good. Oh, I appreciate that. Yep. It's out there. And I actually reported out somebody I know that, yeah, so it's all good. We reported it out there. And this guy hopefully will get a visit. Hopefully someone will pay him a visit. I don't care who pays him a visit, but hopefully someone will pay him a visit soon. And hopefully do this to him. They will
try to relax your anus.
Yeah, they're gonna.
your shoulders.
That's right. Maybe they'll maybe make him relax his anus and his shoulders. That's all we can hope for. Oh, God. It's just foul. Just fucking disgusting. I don't understand why the fuck people could just leave the fucking kids alone. Leave the kids alone. This is a very accepting world and a very accepting society for the most part. We pretty much tolerate most of people's proclivities and whatever you do in your bedroom for the most part. But just leave the fucking kids and the animals alone. Just leave them the fuck alone. God, I was tweeting about this one chick who was on Twitter talk about her parents drew her the fuck out because she has an OnlyFans with animals. Why? What? Degenerates. Alright. So, real quick, I wanted to pull something up real quick. Let me see if we have this. Oh yeah, here it is. Alright, okay, this is a Pixar animation. This was something he recently created, dude. That bro, this is really the people that, yeah, this is really the fucking degenerates that support him. It is. It's just fucking ridiculous. Like, I know a lot of people make fun of Jade. I try not to, because he's handicapped. It's not his fault. You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna fucking do? He's handicapped. That's right, Agent. Big ups. That's right. You're not the biggest fan, but I'm glad you agree with me. Thank you. At least we can agree on something, pimps. So I just wanted to quickly show something on a more lighter mood. This is something that Pixar Animation created with the help of Bob Starsky. Now, I don't know if you guys know or watch Twitter, but apparently there's on TikTok there's this fucking NPC thing where people act like NPCs and you type shit into the fucking comments. And they mock you. They do it. They do whatever you tell them to do. You know, if you do a pizza emoji, they act like they're in a fucking pizza. Just a bunch of regarded ass few people. But these people fucking make make money and content out of it. Whatever. So apparently, Pixar and Bob Starsky created this one. I think it's funny as all fucking hell. So let's see if I can play it.
Eat a burger, yum. Eat a burger, yum. Gow, crystals, ow.
All right. Let me start this. Ready?
Eat a burger, yum. Eat a burger, yum. Gow, crystals, ow. Ack, ack, ack. Tasty bananas. Eat a burger, yum. Throat clear. Nasal drip. Nasal drip. Full time. 6-star Hogan, yay. Gluck, gluck, gluck. Whale tail. 5-star Brock Lesnar, no. Yum, yum. Jasper Kitty, stop touching the lights or I'll spray you. Gow, crystals, ow, yum yum. Jasper Kitty, tasty bananas. Ack, ack, ack. Throat clear. 6-star Hogan, yay.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up. NPC, TikTok. There's just one chick, who does it, and is this her? Oh, now she's doing food. This is her right here. She's doing mukbangs now because apparently the trend kind of died out. Trying to see if I can find her video. She has a whole ton of videos that she put out there, and she was making bank. She was making like 100K or something a month. Doing this whole NPC shit where she essentially go around, people would type in comments or emojis or drop super chats or whatever, and she would just fucking mimic it. And it was, here it is right here. Here's one right here.
Electrocutaste, Pedrito. Pedrito, me electrocutaste. Me electrocutaste, Pedrito. Pedrito, me electrocutaste. Me electrocutaste, Pedrito. Pedrito, me electrocutaste. Me electrocutaste, Pedrito. Pedrito, me electrocutaste.
Duty, what are you making us watch, bro?
Pedrito, Pedrito, me electrocutaste. Me electrocutaste, Pedrito. Pedrito, me electrocutaste.
Oh my god. Duty weeps for the future. She was Spanish. She was a Spanish NPC. I heard pedho, which is dog. but she was saying dog. I don't know whatever she was fucking saying, but whatever the fuck it was saying, apparently people make bank on this shit. Cause I know that one chick that you showed, the black chick, she was making like 100K a month doing this NPC bullshit. And some other people caught on, I guess, you know, I don't know. It's on TikTok, and I know they put up shorts. They put up shorts out there on YouTube. But I bring it up because our boy Pixar Animation created one of Phil, which was fucking hilarious. So I think if you go to his channel on YouTube, it's out there, the short. So big ups to Pixar Animation for doing a bomb-ass animation. And by the way, I think I mentioned this earlier if you guys weren't here. I am working with Pixar on another animation he's doing for me. It's going to be funny as all hell. It's going to be me. It's going to be all of the fucking locales. We're going to see, how can I put this without spoiling it? It's going to be meaningful. And we're going to see Phil actually dress up. Maybe we'll see him in his cardigan. We'll see. We're still hashing it out. But it's supposed to be funny as fuck. So hopefully I'll get it soon. I know he's working on it now. So maybe the next time I stream, I'll actually have it to play. So we'll have a short version for intros, and then we'll have a long version for probably streams to play it on. So that's essentially it. Phil's gonna start doing these paid NPCs. Can you imagine him fucking burping and sneezing every 5 seconds, and then having to stop and say, "Excuse me, I gotta go blow my nose"? Oh my lord! No. I don't want to see Galboy doing NPC. What's up, How you doing? All right, well, that's essentially all I really had. Unless you guys want to do a quick Q&A.
Damn, Duty only does hour and a
You guys want
half
to do a
streams,
Q&A
bro.
session, that's perfectly fine.
That's good. Duty's is cool.
Okay. Here. Oh my god, we got 116 likes. That's right. And you know what happens when you guys get the likes? You guys do get the bubbles. Because unlike Phil, I'm not embarrassed that I blow bubbles.
What did Hassan Abi do this time? I like saturated content. He does pretty good stuff.
Everyone here on the channel knows how I feel about Hassan Piker. I don't need to introduce this guy to you guys. You know who he is. He's the fake socialist who's like, socialism is the way. I say $3 million mansion, but I don't want to sound like a broken record. This is something that we've talked about here on the channel. I wanted to make this video a few days ago, but I went on a trip. He made this video called The Worst Political Streamer. The video will be down below because we're not going to be able to watch it all. Who do you think I am, Hassan, or Twitch streamer selling content? No, we don't do that here most of the time. And I think we should just jump right into it.
Hassan Piker is my least favorite person on the internet.
Okay, just for that, I'm going to subscribe, like, and I might share. Lovely intro. That's how you start a video.
So today we're going to be making fun of Hassan and his loser ass fans because they're hypocritical
human trash,
and I think they suck. Leaning political streamer, one that loves to virtue signal about eating the rich and workers' rights and how everybody should have the means of production and blah 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 blah, which is all fine and good if you're into that sort of thing. Not a message for everybody in this country, but I would assume that we can all agree that if you're going to preach these things as violently as Hassan does,
yeah, kill them, kill those motherfuckers in a video game. Sorry, holy shit, murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist blood.
How are people surprised you don't like Hassan Piker? I'm going to say something very brave here and stunning. Some of you might be shocked. Some of you might unsubscribe and turn off those notifications, but I have to say it. Hassan Piker is the left-leaning version of Alex Jones. Mic drop. The only thing we need Hassan to do is say there's a liquid in the water. I mean, liquid in the water. Of course there is. But there's something in the water that are turning the frogs gay and make crazy conspiracy theories. Hassan is straight up Alex Jones for the left. And you cannot tell me otherwise. I give it 2 more years until we see him reach Alex Jones type levels. Mark my words.
My favorite Hassan moments that I think just sums him up perfectly is when he was on stream watching a house tour from my personal favorite e-celeb, SSS.
Oh, same.
SSS Sniper Wolf. And of course he's gonna be talking about like how excessive it is, how nobody needs a house like this.
Dude, this is like unimaginable wealth, dude. How the fuck do people make this much money? $2.9 million near Las Vegas? Dude, oh my fucking lord, dude.
And then less than a month later, he buys a house even more expensive than the one in the video, dude.
Is this the socialist everyone's cheering for? This is exactly what I mean. I could be preaching something and I should be following those rules or those ethics, right? That's what a person does. I just can't be out here saying stuff and then doing something else. Hassan makes a lot of money because he's a Twitch streamer. Who needs a $2.9 million house? That's insane. You could help so many homeless people with that money. You turn around and buy a $3 million mansion. Oh, it's disgusting because I don't have it. So you know what, as a Sniper Wolf, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to spend an extra $100,000 to buy a $3 million house in West Hollywood. I'm sure anyone who's a real socialist is punching the air right now because they have this moron, they have this retard as a face of left-leaning content creation and as the face of socialism. It's giving you guys a horrible reputation. And here's the thing, I don't really care what side you are, whether you're right, left, up, down, center, I don't care. But be honest, okay? Just be honest with me, be honest with yourself, and most importantly, be honest with the audience that's making you $3 million so you can buy a house. It almost feels like Hassan is in a way dissing his fans. Like, yeah, socialism good, capitalism bad. Let's buy a $3 million home to show the man who's really in charge. I'm doing this for you guys. It's like Hassan only cares about himself, and anyone who's ever donated to Hassan, look where your money went to. It didn't went to feeding the homeless. How many houses have you built for the homeless? Have you taken a big part of your check every month to give back to the homeless? And it's cool. If I had $3 million to spare, I would move here. But the thing is, I'm not a hypocrite. I'm straight up honest with my audience about my values and what I believe in and what I think is right and wrong. I'm not faking it just so I get more money. And I honestly should. I'm sure if I lied to my audience, I will be making a lot more money. just being anyways, let's just continue.
It was around this same time one of Hassan's fans, sees he's making a lot of money, and he asked him, he's like, what are you doing with this excessive amount of money that you're making to help the leftist causes?
Yes.
Let's see what Hassan's response was.
But be more transparent with your income. Nobody needs that much. What are you doing with it? How do you support left-wing politics? Very practical with your money. This notion that, like, what are you doing with your money is dumb as fuck.
What am I doing with my millions of dollars to help the cause that I'm constantly shoving down everyone's throat? A cause that's supposed to be about helping the poor and financial equality? A cause that I've used to make me millions of dollars? What am I doing to help that cause with my millions of dollars? Bro, fuck you. You racist, cop-loving slave owner. Is that all the buzzwords? Transphobic.
Where could I be spending my money? It's not like I take the lavish vacations for a month and then come back. I do this every single day.
This car, I talked about this. This car was like $250K. And the Gucci fit, was that to mock the rich? You get a $250,000 car, you got a $3 million house, and then you get pissed when people ask, what are you doing for the movement that you keep shoving everyone's throat for the last 4 years of your stupid life? I mean, you can't make, you know what? I am officially a socialist. Please give me all of your money. Leave some super chats down below. Make sure they're big. And I promise you guys, you can't see me, but I'm nodding my head up and down. I promise you guys, it will definitely not go towards a Porsche purchase because I really want one. It'll go to giving writers pizzas and a lot of more content. So, give me money. And,
it's a valid question
don't ask
to
questions
ask.
about that. How about you keep your fucking
What
mouth
are you
shut? How dare
doing
you ask
with
me how
all
to
the
spend my
money that you're
Even
saying
though
that
I
you're
talk about it
accruing
24/7
for the
and
cause?
always looking down at people who have a lot of money and spend a lot of money.
Are you
but how
only
dare you ask me that?
accruing it
This is
because
someone who
you
loves
want the money?
capitalism, and if you love it, that's great. More power to you. I love it. Oh hell, capitalism. I mean, socialism. Please give me money. You know what I mean? Hassan is dishonest. You are in the position to actually do something and you don't do anything, yet you keep talking about it and you criticize other people who are in the other political side They're doing the same exact thing as you. I can't with this fucking loser.
I don't even spend money. I've never spent a dime. How am I supposed to spend money when I'm always here? Duh. How am I supposed to give to charity when I'm always here, preaching the gospel?
So it's not like I'm, I live a secret double life where I am, blowing it all on mansions and mansions and mansions.
Now sub up, dumbass. I know I make millions of dollars just sitting in my room bullshitting. But look, we're all the same. Me and my $4 million mansion,
I
and
don't
you
go out
working
and
15
spend
hours
money
on the
or
Amazon
buy
bill line. We're both
$1
Jeff Bezos'
mansions.
bitch. Neither of us have control over the means of production. I mean, well, I do because I actually own my business, and my employees definitely don't have any ownership in my main shit, and they damn sure aren't getting any sort of profit sharing or anything like that. That would be stupid.
Are you paying a percentage or something proportional to the millions that you're making off Twitch, right? Does that carry over to your Twitch? So sure, I believe you for your podcast.
To who? To what?
To editors, to moderators.
Yes.
Lies. So you're paying moderators or head of moderation?
No, not editors and not moderators.
Why do men lie so much?
I know I'm constantly demonizing everybody who does the exact same thing as I do, but, just don't pay attention to that, because that would make me seem like a hypocritical asshole.
I mean, that's the truth. How can you be claiming to be so against the system and be like, I hate capitalism, I hate all of this, I hate it, I'm his son, I'm a fucking bitch, how can you be against that? And then when you're in the position to do something for the people who work for you, you don't pay them? What? Not paying the editors. Hassan easily makes between $50,000 to $150,000 per month, okay? From everything combined. So you cannot tell me he cannot afford to pay his editors. How can you be so blind and still support this guy? He's spitting in your face. He doesn't even believe what he's preaching. All Hassan does is preaching. This is good. This is bad. Don't do this. Don't do that. But when it's his turn to finally do something, pay his content creators very handsomely, because he doesn't pay them. Not even $1, not even a cheeseburger, not even the Burger King Whopper, and yet he criticizes Jeff Bezos for giving the people minimum wage, but at least Jeff is paying. You're not paying anyone. How does Hassan continue to have love and supporters when he's straight up a hypocrite? He doesn't do what he's telling other people to do, and he can. If he was broke, okay, I would understand, but I don't think a broke person could buy a $3 million house in LA, and on top of that, a car that's worth $250,000. He could pay his editors. I'm socialist, guys, but I'm not gonna pay you guys. The Hassan cult is real. Hassan is a cancer that needs to be stopped.
I mean, his audience is the same people that are talking about how evil Fox News is, right? And hey, you're not gonna get any arguments from me. But I would argue that Hassan is on the same level, if not worse, than Fox News. R.I.P. Tug. See, Hassan, my best friend, is known to have an audience that is, batshit crazy. Hassan is gonna have the most progressive take on every single topic known to man, and anybody who doesn't agree with him to the molecular level is a bigoted piece of shit. You could have trans friends, love trans people, hell, even be trans, but maybe you just have a few questions about trans women playing sports with cis women. You are a transphobic piece of shit, and you should be sent to the gulag.
Even if trans women were completely dominating certain fields of sport, the only reason why you would consider that to be completely inappropriate.
Why does his head look so small compared to the rest of his body? Like,
Exactly.
I just noticed that. I'm sorry, I didn't even hear what he said. Just his head. Once I saw it, I couldn't see. His head is so small compared to his body. He kind of looks like a plushie or like a Funko Pop with those big ass heads. Sorry, back to transphobia or whatever.
Inappropriate and unnatural is if you think trans women are unnatural, and that's it. And that is where transphobia comes from. Transphobic.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the whole, there's trans people who watch us on and they have like legit questions for him. And, there's trans people who are not fucking insane. Like one that we've talked about here on the channel quite a few times. Their name starts with a J. Not all trans people are that fucking crazy. I do remember seeing a lot of comments in Hassan's chat that were like, you know, I'm trans, but I don't agree. The biological man should, you know, who transitioned into a woman, I don't think they should be allowed to play in, I don't know, whatever, basketball or boxing or wrestling or whatever. I remember seeing those comments, and it was coming from trans people. They were like, I'm trans and this is crazy. Of course, it wouldn't be fair for a trans woman and a woman to be fighting or boxing or wrestling, because the trans woman is going to destroy the other woman. It's not fair. It's not even a match. It's just it's switching teams and just bullying the other person. And a lot of trans people feel that way. It's like, nah, that shouldn't be allowed. That should be banned. But somehow Hassan finds a way to call trans people transphobic, which is insane to me. I don't know how you can even be trans and be transphobic. That's crazy.
And it's Hassan and people like him that perpetuate this all or nothing mentality. Oh, if you say this one thing, these are all your thoughts. If you believe this one thing, you're a part of this much larger hateful group. It's just divisive nonsense, and the only thing it does is divide us even more as a country, especially when you're saying things like all Republicans are bloodthirsty animals that just want to get the legal kill. What is that actually doing to help anything?
Nothing. It's doing absolutely nothing, but like you said, dividing people more than ever. And I just fucking hate this attitude, not just from him, but from everyone. It's either this or nothing. You're either with us or you're against us, bitch. It's like, no, dude, I agree with certain things from this side. I agree with certain things from that side. They just want to box you into categories. You either like Hassan or you're a Nazi, transphobic, homophobic, right-wing bigot. What do you rather be?
There's a study where it says that, you know, more cops actually die from suicide, I don't know, than gunfire and on the line of duty deaths.
What are you getting at?
Just nothing. I'm just saying, you know, let's get those numbers up, baby.
These people are insane. They want you to ignore and dispute any sort of evidence that doesn't align with their philosophical beliefs. That's what people in cults do. This is not healthy. Please stop. Please stop. And of course, most recently, if you weren't 100% convinced that Israel did that hospital bombing, you are a genocidal, monstrous scumbag.
Terrible that the people died, but I encourage you to look into where Hamas was firing. You fucking piece of shit! You garbage, monstrous scumbag! You garbage, monstrous scumbag! You said IDF didn't bomb the hospital, and then you said it did, but Hamas was—
Nicest Hassan moment right here. Hassan has been losing a lot of followers, paid subscriptions. Wonder why. I don't know why people are doing that. It's like, dude, because you're a dick and you're not introducing new people to your fan base because you're weird. You're a freak. You're a degenerate. You're everything you hate. You're too blind to notice. Maybe get thicker glasses because you're losing the plot here.
In case. But there is one video that I do want to talk about because it was hilarious. Now, the video is called One of the Poorest Places in America. It's a video where this guy goes around to these old mining towns, interviewing people and showing everyone just how fucked these towns really are. Now, how do you think Hassan's going to react? Do you think he's going to be A, tactful, show emotion, be empathetic, B, be a judgmental asshole and jump to conclusions and be wrong most of the time, or C, actually do it? No, I'm kidding, it's B. Obviously it's B.
There's a massive crisis in rural healthcare that goes even beyond affordability. They just don't have it. We're talking areas where people go to the vet for healthcare, okay?
I did a little bit of research, not a lot, so I could have missed it, but a little. And I didn't see anything about people going to a vet because of lack of infrastructure for hospitals. And also, what kind of city would have the infrastructure for a hospital for their dogs, but not for people? That just seems like stupid, but you know, maybe he's being hyperbolic, maybe I just missed it. I crack jokes all the time, so we're gonna keep it pushing.
How about in Welsh right now? Is it a close community? People, pretty tight?
Yeah, it's pretty tight here. Everybody looks out for one another, you know. To get out of here, this town, you know, everybody's so many different walks of life.
Bro, I'm gonna say something that's gonna piss people off right now, but even like a sense of community being fostered here and less police presence in this town, and also the ability to be able to get your social security and other government amenities that allows people to survive is yet another fucking indication of white supremacy in certain respects. These people are not privileged by any means, but white privilege is still a very real reality, because the black equivalent of this is so much fucking worse, because on top of that, you literally have an oppressive occupying force constantly breathing down your fucking neck and constantly trying to get you in trouble and harassing you on a daily basis.
That is definitely a Hassan take of all time. If one of my friends told me, yo, have you seen the new Hassan Piker video? I would block them immediately. I can't. My biggest fear in life is knowing someone that likes Hassan, and I think they're the coolest person, and they're like perfect, and then they tell me, you like Hassan? And it's like, no. And they're like, oh, how come? He's the best. Nah, that's over, dog. Nah. It's over, dog. You could be a 10 out of 10. As soon as you pull out the Hassan, you immediately drop to a negative 100 million. Nah, I don't care. They could be the baddest girl. They could be the best friend. I'm not dealing with that shit.
Trouble and harassing you on a daily basis.
You see these poor ass white people looking like Far Cry 5 characters, and your dumbass thinks now is the time to bring up white privilege. This is droid behavior. Poor white American male does not fit narrative. Does not fit narrative. Must say something fucking stupid.
But yeah, you know, this is a great video to recommend. It's gonna be linked below. Shout out to Kamal once again.
Nice.
Hopefully I'm not butchering your name. Please don't expose me for fucking up your name. I pretty much agree with
yeah.
everything he said about Hassan, and I'm so
I don't
glad.
know.
First it was Willie Mack, and then it was this guy. I'm really glad more and more people are waking up and they're like, yeah, Hassan is trash. How about we stop giving this retard money, huh? But with that said, what do you guys think of the situation? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. And with that said, I'll see you next time. All right.
So CES, aka Consumer Electronics Show 2024, is well underway right now, and really the past few years there hasn't been that much gaming related stuff. We've seen new TVs. I know PlayStation VR 2 kind of showed up on there with some interesting tech demos and stuff, but the big companies are kind of shying away from CES, which gives shine to smaller video game companies. Arcade 1UP is usually showcasing new systems, but they're just happy re-releasing old properties that they've already re-released 10 times. But I like to see what the smaller companies are doing. The smaller companies, especially within the retro sphere. Well, we have a big announcement. A lot of people are talking about this. A lot of people have been hitting me up, asking me my thoughts and impressions on this, because this is honestly a big deal. A new Sega handheld looks to be poised to release in 2024. So we're just going to hop straight into this. If this is your first time on the channel, hit that subscribe button because I am the king of Sega YouTube. This write-up is coming to us from timeextension.com. Damien over there. They're like the same Nintendo Life people. I don't know if they like me or not, but whatever. Hyperkin's portable Genesis / Mega Drive docks like a Nintendo Switch. You can look at this bad boy right here and see, hey, there's some cool stuff going on here. We got a really nice D-pad, the 6-button layout. The design of the system itself is essentially a 6-button Genesis controller with a screen in the middle of it. So, you know, kind of like the Superboy, if you remember that came out, I want to say that came out in 2015-ish, almost 10 years, good lord. But yeah, this is a nice looking system. We have the start and mode buttons. Of course, this is taking cartridges. We got a beat up copy of Comic Zone
This should kill some time.
I swear this piece of shit PC, man. I need to get a new one.
in there. I would have liked to have seen a little bit crisper label, and that Vector Man's looking sus too. And then we have the dock here. The dock has 2 controller ports that are 9 pins, so any Sega Genesis controller, original Sega Genesis or reproduction controller will work with this. I don't know if there's USB slots on this for USB Sega Genesis controllers. We'll find that out as we sort of read along here, but I definitely love the aesthetic of this system. I think it looks really cool. That screen looks kind of nice. Maybe we'll get a look at the screen, maybe we won't. So this is coming to us from Hyperkin. It's called the Mega 95. It boasts a 5-inch screen that plays original cartridges, but it'll ship with a USB-C dock that connects to your TV set. The dock features 2 standard Genesis controller sockets. So, you know, pretty much just what we covered based on the actual look of this. But, you know, I think that's pretty cool. Scrolling on down here, we have The Verge speculates that the Mega 95 is based on Hyperkin's Mega Retron HD gaming console from 2018, which sells for $60. As for what kind of tech is inside, it is rumored that the Mega Retron HD doesn't use software emulation and instead employs a swarm system, which is closer to FPGA. Although it is not believed to be a full FPGA solution, so don't expect the same level of accuracy. So as far as the Mega Retron HD console is concerned, I'm 99% sure that I have a review for it on this channel. And Hyperkin products, as we'll talk about, can be a little bit hit or miss. I remember their Atari system. They did like an Atari 2600. I think it was called like the 77, Hyperkin 77. Like that thing did not work well. But the Mega Retron HD actually did work well. It was one of my favorite Genesis clone consoles to use on an HD television. Obviously, doesn't have all the bells and whistles of something like, you know, the analog handheld or the analog console that they did. The name escapes me right now. I had that as well. Obviously, you're going to get a little bit higher quality, but the Mega Retron HD was definitely a very acceptable, cheaper solution to it. So reportedly, the Mega 95 has 10 hours of battery life on a single charge and comes with a switch that allows you to toggle between 16:9 and 4:3. A rather pointless feature, as no Genesis Mega Drive games ran in 16:9. There's currently no word on a price or release date. I find that kind of interesting, though, to say, because obviously if it's 16:9, they're just going to stretch the image, which some people actually really like stretched images. I am not one of those people. Give me cropped 4:3 all day, unless the game has been enhanced for 16:9 or has a widescreen sort of feature. But people do like to stretch these games out. So I don't think, you know, it's crazy to say that, you know, people will sort of use that feature with this. Basically, that's all the information we have right now. If I had to venture to guess a price point, I would say probably $100, maybe $120 with this. But this is Hyperkin. So I do have a few complaints. This is no shade to Hyperkin or anything like that. But we just talked about, you know, quality control stuff with them. Some of their products are enjoyable. I thought the Superboy was a good system. You know, it had a very dated screen. It was like an old LCD screen. That it didn't look all that great, but it was time appropriate for when it came out as far as the screen quality was concerned. I never really had any major problems with it. It ran Super FX games as well, so that was pretty cool. The Mega Retron HD actually runs Virtua Racing, which is a Sega SVP chip game. There's a custom built chip in that to allow for the polygons to actually move at a fluid rate. So I would assume that this is probably going to run that as well. The problem with Hyperkin, though, is a problem that plagues a lot of these retro companies. Hyperkin has a tendency to announce stuff and then it never comes out. They were supposed to do a Game Boy Pocket system. I forget the name of it, what their code name was, but it was essentially like a Game Boy Pocket with like a better screen on it and stuff, and it looked really cool, and it never came out. Did their PC Engine stuff ever come out? No. Did their N64 system ever come out? No. Like, and I've heard things off the record about these products that they bring to these events, and literally they're just shells with a board running something that's supposed to be running it. They're not actually indicative of the product itself. And when I look at this, the fact that the screen isn't on in this picture, and I haven't seen any screens or pictures where the screen was on, I wonder if this is actually a working product or if this is just a design that they came up with, because I think the design itself is nice. The idea is good. Like, you know, it's not going to light the world on fire or anything like that, but I would check out one of these. I still have, you know, even though I sold most of my collection, I still have a pretty healthy selection of Genesis games that I grew up playing and loved. Thus, my Genesis collection is superior to your Genesis collection, because this is all killer, no filler. Toy Story, NBA Hang Time, Cool Spot, the wrestling games, Miss Pac-Man, Sonic 3D Blast, Mortal Kombat, Shaq Fu, Street Fighter 2 Champion, Special Champion Edition, Earthworm Jim, Garfield, Sonic Spinball, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, like Sonic 3D Blast. We got bangers here, folks. We got bangers on this list. So if I had a handheld system that I could plug in, you know, play it on the TV if I wanted to, or just enjoy a new handheld, like, I'm definitely interested in checking this out if it's real. I just have you know, I have a little bit of a problem believing that this is an actual product when I look at Hyperkin's history, when I look at all the things that they have announced that have never come to fruition. It's like, bro, don't announce it unless we're in pre-production. Unless I've got units moving on this, we're in the final testing stages or something of this. Like, if this is just an idea, I think it's bullshit that they're doing this again. Because people wanted to check out that N64. People wanted to check out that Game Boy. So I don't know. I'm keeping my expectations in line, but I do hope that it is a real product because I would love to play this thing. You know, I think it's super cool. It looks super cool and it would make for a good video on the channel. Let me know in the comment section down below. Are you satisfied with your emulation devices? Because, I mean, really, if you have an emulation handheld, like one of the many we've talked about on this channel, you're already playing Sega Genesis stuff. You don't have a big collection. You don't care about that. You care more so about the ROMs. But if you have a Genesis collection, and really, if you're a Sega aficionado, I think this could be a pretty cool product. Hope it's freaking real. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If this is your first time on the channel, like I said at the start, hit that subscribe button, pal. We're on the road to 500K. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.
I don't get it. This PC is pissing me off.
What up, guys?
Ack, 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 ack. Ack, 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 ack.
Hi, bro. Sorry. Bro, I'm fucking playing around with a bunch of shit. My stupid ass is sitting here in the fucking editing booth, bro, like all night. I didn't sleep at all. I feel like a fucking tweaker right now. It's because of the mushrooms, dog. Yo, I took all those fucking mushrooms, bro, and I just had an explosion of retarded creation. Inspiration, wherever the fuck you call it, dude. Alright, let's get to business, my friends. It's good to see you all. Hope you all are having a very good morning. I know I am. I'm very, very high, as always. I hope you are too, if that's what you do, right? Today's gonna be a fucking long day. I don't know. Man, I want to watch him play Baldur's Gate, but I keep pushing it off. I apologize. But because Phil's doing that stupid fucking event tonight, his special event, his special announcement, I have to cover that. So I'm going to restream it, and then I'm going to actually edit. I'm going to make an edited video out of that to make my video a week. So I'm going to do that. So I'm not going to watch him play Baldur's Gate today, but I might, fucking might, heavy emphasis on might Friday. Like, I'm not going to lie. I burn out watching that guy just like steamroll and get handheld all fucking day. It makes me irrationally fucking upset, and then I'm depressed. You know, I don't like those feelings. I like laughing at Phil. I don't like just feeling pure fucking, you know, discontent and fucking anger. It's not healthy for my brain, you know? So, we're booting up early today because I wanted to watch this Smokey McSee video. You guys know him, go sub to his channel if you haven't. You're kind of dumb if you haven't yet. But, you know, he keeps his ear to the fucking streets on Chris Chan News, bro. You know? He's my brother. He be fucking keeping the dudes out here up to date because I'm too busy with fucking Phil and all the other bullshit that's been happening here the last week or so, right? So, let's fucking go. Chris Chan went to an anime convention and got kicked the fuck out. And I saw this, I think yesterday? Because that's how I keep up with Chris Chan News, through Twitter, or Kiwi Farms, low-key, yeah? But we're finally seeing the chick. This is probably the most we've seen of this fucking chick Chris Chan's been hanging out with. Chris Chan getting kicked out of fucking places already? If you don't know Chris, that's like one of the things he's famous for, just getting kicked out of fucking everywhere. Conventions, stores, all this fucking shit. Nobody likes Chris. Let's fucking
Everybody's
go.
favorite Chris Chan seems like he had a pretty fun week. He was with this person you see on screen known as Cabbage Patch or Flutter, you know. We refer to them by many names in these videos, but it's Chris's supposed girlfriend, who I'm now starting to believe more and more is maybe just an actual friend of his.
Lord, is it your birthday, bro? Happy birthday, my guy. Yo, everybody tell Pit Lord happy fucking birthday. I love you, fam. Thanks for being a good friend, you know, having my back during some of those bumpy little moments last year, you know. Thanks for being a fucking rider out here, man. You know, we all love you, dude.
Nonetheless, this is a picture
If
of
I'm
them
wrong,
at
it's
an
not your
anime
birthday, I'm
convention
sorry.
that took place this week in Raleigh, North Carolina. Now, this is just one of many pictures and videos there are of Chris and Flutter being at this convention. The thing is, Raleigh's not that far from where Chris is staying in Virginia, but he had been seen in the North Carolina area picking up someone from the airport who many people presume to be Flutter. And I want to get this out of the way now because I've seen a lot of people comment it in my comments section over the past few Chris Chan uploads. There's a theory going around that Flutter is actually from Finland. It's because Chris was apparently really trying to learn Finnish recently. He had a Duolingo account and he was apparently trying to learn the language better, and a lot of people assume that maybe that's where Flutter was flying in from, because for a while there Chris was seen in public with nobody.
Look at this ridiculous, bro. God damn it. It frustrates me seeing these grown-ass men like Phil, Chris Chan, especially Chris Chan. Dude, I get, you know, wanting to look unique or, you know, being into shit and wanting to rock your shit. Like I say, bro, I rock, like, Dragon Ball stuff, right? But it's not, like, painfully obvious, you know? Like, I wear a Patara, and only people that know Dragon Ball get it, and they're like, oh, bro, that's fucking dope. Or I wear a Majin, like a fucking hat with the Majin shit on it, right? Like, I try to be a little subtle, because I'm fucking getting old, right? I'm not gonna wear shit with Goku and all the boys hanging out on it. Like, this is too far for me, even for a convention. Like, look at this egg-headed fuck, bro. Wearing a Ashoka cap. What the fuck?
And then all of a sudden again, the only times he's seen in public is with this Flutter person. Like I said, it's a really unfounded theory, Because while it does kind of make some sense, and I actually wouldn't be surprised if it did end up being true, there are a lot of reasons why I think it probably isn't. Number one being that Chris is just a random person. I could see him just sitting there awake one night deciding, I'm going to try to learn a new language. And secondly, in the video we did last week, I'll have it linked in the description below, but the dude who was taking pictures of Chris out at that restaurant when he was there with Flutter said that Flutter didn't sound like she had an accent. But that's just some random guy online who's saying all of that, so you gotta take it with a grain of salt.
Bro,
So if
I'm
anything
not gonna
more
lie. I said it once, I'll say it again. Like, Chris finally, his breast came in finally. Like, bro, if you follow Chris would sit here and fucking, like, swab big slabs of fucking HRT fucking hormone tranny fucking cream all over his fucking chest and shit. Like, literally whole handfuls of fucking transsexual cream on her chest just to grow breasts, bro. Chris's breast finally came in. That's a respectable, like, B cup. That's a fucking handful and a half, dude.
from that situation, I'll obviously let you guys know that. But getting back to the convention and everything, if you look at all these pictures the people took of Chris and Flutter, you notice again that it's really grainy footage like it always is. I mean, it's always these cryptid Bigfoot pictures with Chris that you think would get better over time, because we're in 2024, most people have a pretty good camera on their phone.
Oh, they're definitely bigger than
Seems
Phil's.
impossible to get a good picture of these two unless they actually want a picture taken. In all of the pictures that you're about to see, Flutter has that same mask on. Now obviously this is a convention, you can see Chris with the Star Wars headpiece on, people all go dressed up, but Flutter isn't even hiding it. And by that I mean she's completely hiding her face, but just with like a COVID mask. Now I don't know if Flutter's maybe sick, or that they just want to wear it because they feel safer that way. I don't know. But originally, in all the other pictures we've seen of Chris and Flutter out, they were not wearing a mask like that. And it seems again like Flutter's just being extra safe now, because so many people have wanted to see and know more about them. In the beginning, we wondered who Flutter was and if they knew anything about Chris's
That's so weird. You know, we're like past COVID now. That is weird, dude.
past, and at this point I'm almost
She
like,
couldn't be creative
guaranteeing
with
that
her
they have to
mask.
know what's going on here and the gravity of the situation. Chris has one of the most dedicated followings of people, and he's had it for about 20 years now. Everyone knows that there's so much documented on Chris that you could put it up there with like anyone in the world with how much just facts there is about him already out there on the internet. And Flutter knows that people really like to document anyone who steps foot in his life. And now that Flutter's basically there, arm in arm with him wherever he goes, she probably just wants to show people less and less of herself, and going to this convention they probably assumed a lot of people would notice Chris and take pictures. But who knows, maybe Flutter has any list of reasons they're wearing the mask and trying to look incognito. But a lot of people who were there said that it was obvious they were trying to keep a low profile. And yes, this picture you've been seeing on screen is Chris and Flutter talking to security, which we will get to later in the video. But now let's go back to the beginning of this whole
stop
situation.
taking my victory.
A few days
She's so little. She's so little, bro. What's up with these fucking locals wanting to get with, like, these young, little-looking fucking girls? Like, yeah, Boogie with his granddaughter. Dude, I forgot who, but
God
someone
damn.
fucking said that Boogie's girlfriend looks like Rocky Dennis's sister. You know who Rocky
Wait,
Dennis
what?
is? You seen that movie Face back in the day? I can't unsee it. Boogie's girlfriend does look like Face, bro, or like fucking what Rocky Dennis's ass.
ago, people had put up a picture
But they all look
showing
like little
Chris and
girls
Flutter
and
buying
shit,
tickets
dude.
to this anime convention. And so I and many other people assumed that once this got out there, that massive amounts of wienery would occur. However, it doesn't seem like this took place, apart from the aforementioned tons of pictures the people took of them there, just like this one you see on screen right now. Like, again, I always tell people, if you see Chris in public, it's probably best to just not do anything, don't touch the poo, but, I mean, just imagine yourself in this line. You see Chris Chan in front of you, the guy was like, I gotta take a picture, and he did, and it let everyone know what was going on. And even if they didn't, I imagine people would have put up pictures of Chris at that convention anyway. But it was interesting because it was Chris's first convention after getting out of jail. We all know that Chris loved going to these like comic book or anime conventions before he was in jail. He was even planning on going out to Seattle
No,
for that
cool beans, I
ever-free
mean
Northwest
little,
where he
okay?
was supposed to meet.
I use the word little on purpose. Like, this looks like a little prepubescent girl, bro. Alright? And these 40-year-old fucking degenerate fucking men are attracted to these little fucking women, alright? Not short. They look like little girls, bro. Like, you could confuse them for a teenager at a fucking first glance.
Meet up with Isabella Jank, and who knows what happened in that situation, but Chris has a long and storied history with conventions. I mean, think of that one time he just dropped into a ball on the floor and wouldn't leave after being kicked out. I think a lot of people, again, including myself, thought this was maybe what would happen here. But to be fair, the more I thought on it and the more I saw these pictures, it made me realize that having Flutter around is probably a big deal for Chris. It's like having his own handler. And I know I said in the beginning of the video, I don't think these two are in a relationship now, and the reason I think that, and obviously, like I said, more could come out and I could be completely wrong, but it seems like the only proof we have of Chris and Flutter being anything even close to intimate is that one grainy picture where Chris is like going in for a kiss for Flutter.
That's true.
Other than that, we haven't seen them really like holding hands out in public or doing anything like that. I mean, there's things that point to it.
Bro, even in this picture, like, if you saw me and my wife in public, she wouldn't be standing behind me all weird and shit. She'd be like standing kind of right near me, breathing down my fucking necks. Like, being nosy as fuck, dude.
And there's things that don't. It's just an all-around very odd situation, and I can never really just make heads or tails of it. Part of me thinks that maybe because they spend this much time together, well, she has to be interested in Chris, but maybe they're just really good friends. The one
Like,
thing...
TJ, I can't let that excuse slide with Chris no more. I can't. Like, Chris Chan is aware of that. Chris Chan is literally fucking 20/20 vision, clear day, knows that the shit they do puts people off and that people don't like being touched and kissed and fucking hugged and shit. You know, when you don't have any familiarity with a person. Like, Chris is aware of that, and Chris is even aware of some of it's because of their autism. Like, what you're doing is called enabling. We gotta stop enabling these stupid motherfuckers with that shit. They're all aware of how fucking degenerate and creepy they are. They just choose to do it.
That came out of
Fuck
Chris's
'em.
own mouth is that they met while
Like,
Chris
Chris
was in
knows
prison.
the shit they do
Apparently
is
Flutter
fucking
wrote
weird,
to him.
dude.
Now, I don't know if this was in a romantic way or just someone trying to help him when he got out. Nonetheless, he got the latter, and it's definitely someone trying to help him out, but this question is still up in the air of if they're in a relationship or not. But one thing that's for certain is they spend a whole lot of time together. It's really hard to believe that anyone would put up with Chris enough to go to these conventions with him and everything like that, but I've thrown it out there before that it's possible that Flutter is just working with the Praetor, and they all know that they can make a lot of money if they keep Chris under their thumb, just have him doing live streams for them and everything.
Dude, even in this picture, like, look, she's like keeping that 2-3 feet of distance. She just looks so awkward, like she doesn't want to be there, like she's kind of doing a job. That's the vibe I'm getting from this picture. Like, yeah, they don't look like, you know, they're sitting here together and shit. She has to be working with the fucking Praetor group. She has to be. Like a fucking low-key handler or something, man.
So maybe it's a pay thing, but no matter what Flutter's intentions are, it didn't stop them from supposedly having a pretty good time at this convention. Like I said, there are videos out there of Chris asking questions at this one panel.
Alright, we'll try and finish this later, guys. Phil is on. That's what we're here for. Oh, shit, he just fucking hopped the fuck on? What the fuck, bro? Man, this motherfucker would be late to his own fucking funeral, homie. What the fuck? Ah. Jesus Christ, Phil.
The 10th of January 2024, of course. I'm Darkseid Phil. I'm not his evil clone. But now I've revealed to the world that I have an evil clone. You gotta wonder how many times he's been here in my place.
Bro, if Phil has the evil clone, this is the evil one, alright? The good Phil Burnell, he lives in Alaska as a woodcutter and a lumberjack. He builds houses for for people in the Alaska wilderness, and he fishes and hunts. And he's a strong, burly man with a full beard and a fucking set of pecs that would make a woman drop her panties, dude. That's the good Phil Burnell. But he's in Alaska, you know, he doesn't use the internet really. He just chills, he cuts wood, he has a sexy little Eskimo wife, and, you know, they're separated at birth. And we're stuck with the evil fucking Phil. Like, this is evil Phil, for sure.
Anyway, welcome to the show. And it has been an
Yeah,
outstanding
he
week,
has
if
the
I don't
evil
say so
fucking
myself.
clone goatee and shit,
wow.
dude.
So much cool stuff going on. The continuation of awesome playthroughs. Of course, my year-end series that happened over the last 2 nights, which went really well. And DSP Throwback surprise launching out of nowhere. Also, other improvements and things that I'm looking to do on the channels that I'm getting your feedback on. So great stuff, right? And I honestly think that the best place to start, when you have a
Phil rocking the Tommy Hilfiger Chris Chan Deluxe #2, dude.
lot of things to talk about is the beginning. So I think we'll talk about yesterday. All right,
That autism drip. Phil's autism drip is pretty fucking clean.
On the Level 1
I won't
podcast,
lie.
we discussed 2 key topics. Number 1, if I can find it, I think it was this one. Thumbnails. What do you think of the thumbnails that I've been using this year?
Bitch,
the thumbnails
we just
that I was
talked
using
about this.
last
You
year,
talked about
and
this
some
yesterday,
ideas and
Phil.
Potential for improvement.
Fuck you.
We discussed this at length, and in general,
We discussed this at length. So we're gonna talk about it again, bro. Go fuck yourself. Oh my god, I hate you, dude.
feedback seemed to
Why
be,
do you
go with
do this to
thumbnail
me,
B,
Phil?
Because this one is specific to a part of something that happened in a playthrough. That picture will change every single part, dependent on a scene in the playthrough, but it still
I
has
guess
the
B
number
isn't
of
bad.
the part and the title of the playthrough. Some people voted for C, saying at least with C it looks a little bit more organized. And it's
He
easier
literally
to see the
talked
logo,
about this like
but in general,
for 20 minutes on the
a
podcast
lot of people,
yesterday.
at least live during the
He
stream,
did.
seem to want B because they said B, you can see more of the picture. Okay? So right now, it seems like people are enjoying the new thumbnails that we've already been using because that's the style that, I say we because, again, you gotta remember, it's me and others, you know, working together.
Bro, you always say we. Fuck you, mother. I say we because I have a team
Maybe
of
I'll
people
quit with the
helping
warm-up
me
and
out.
start fighting
Bro, this
seriously.
motherfucker uses we for his groceries, for his pet supplies, for his day out, for his 2 big bills, for the bankruptcy, for the tax man, for this, for that, for this, for that. We are doing good on support. We need to step it up here. We need to address this. And then he points at the members of the tip. Bro, and then the one time he wants to address the we bullshit. Because I have people doing work for me. He always has motherfuckers doing shit for him for free for fucking years, bro. See? This is for Mike Klum, bro. This is all fucking like retcon bullshit. fucking 5D autism
I'm gonna have to restart the stream here. Let me reset everything.